Good morning. Today we're going to cover hold conditioning, which is a very pivotal point in a retriever's training program as you start from a young age to get them to the finish level. This is all about teaching the dog how to hold something, deliver it, and release on command. So in the earlier stages, we do a lot of retrieving with the dog to get that drive up and to work on and condition them from the beginning to make a delivery to hand. But we still need to put them through the program of hold conditioning to make sure they understand, one, how to hold something, two, how to release it, and to make that stylish retrieve. So as you can see, we have three different objects here on the table. One is a small wooden dowel, the other one is a big wooden dowel, and then finally a bumper finishing up with a bird. We're going to show you how to follow these steps using these items to create a positive experience for your dog, delivering and holding a bird on command. So let's take a look. Our first step in hold conditioning is getting the dog used to the table and the ramp and being comfortable with it. They always use the front feet, but those back feet don't always follow like you want. So once the dog is kind of comfortable with coming down and loading up, the next thing is to get them to sit on top of the table. And here the handler is going to tie the dog up. What this does is with dogs that are just starting hold, if they get up there and get real nervous and try to fly it off the table, this keeps them sitting up there. But what we're looking for is a dog that calmly sits on top of the table, gives us good eye focus, and keeps that head up. Once the dog is comfortable with that, then we'll move into the hold conditioning phase. Everything that we do, we take in small strides, making sure the dog is ready for the next step. There is no need to pressure this part of training or rush it. A good delivery is a good delivery. So as you can see here, the handler is doing what we call calm petting, getting the dog comfortable, looking for the dog to kind of calm down. Be comfortable on the table. When the dogs are on the ground, they're in their area. So anytime we elevate them, it can make them a little nervous, kind of scared of heights. Here you can see us taking the dowel and gently putting it in the dog's mouth, and also checking to make sure that the lips are not pinched between the teeth and the dowel. We don't want any negative exposure during this process. As the dog sits and holds, we want to give a little pet. Do a lot of petting on top of the head or under the chin to support the head and keep the dog looking up. This is going to help down the road when we actually are making the delivery and the dog is looking straight at the handler, presenting the bird or bumper real nicely. Once the dog is comfortable with hold and sitting, we back away from the dog and we move side to side to make sure they continue to sit and continue to hold with a nice head at a level state and starting to tilt it up. Then once we know the dog is understanding hold, as you can see the handler slowly putting his hand down like he's going to take it, but not giving the command to release. This is the proof, the hold and release command. Our last step before ending the session for the day is untying the dog. Start working to where you're not tying that dog up and they're comfortable sitting on the ramp and giving us good eye focus. And it's a great opportunity to give them a little praise. Tell them they did good. Visually show them by clapping and speaking in a higher voice. Maybe this will help you get through the first part of hold, and soon we'll be shooting part 2.